guys, back here with another Arrma Granite Voltage video. The last one I did pretty good, a lot better than I expected it to. So I figured I'd put a little bit of time into that. I love this truck, despite it being inexpensive and considered the low end of hobby grade, but there's something about it that I like, so I decided to put some upgrades into it, even further than I already had. Some of you guys already know that there's a Traxxas 12-turn motor in there, brushed. I think what probably got me the most interest is this fan cooler, or this motor cooler right here. Then we got a Hex Fly 25 kilogram servo. These G-made 85 millimeter diaphragm shocks. The back ones were just serviced. The front ones still need a little bit of work, but I decided to hold off on that a little bit because I'm going to be working on this truck a little. And what we're going to be working on is things like, I got some lights for it, just some LED lights to help for driving at night. Then I got some wheels and tires. I do like these D-Boots Copperheads, but they're out of stock. And I actually have some on warranty claim because the original ESC caught fire and sent the truck barreling into a bush, and all this happened from like the treads are normal, I guess, but I couldn't get to the truck because it just took off after the ESC exploded. So they sent me a new ESC, which is actually why I was able to install this, because the original ESC had an issue with that port, the 3-wire servo port. But these are in pretty bad shape, so they said they'd sent me some new ones as soon as they get them. But I thought that these would be pretty cool. They weren't that expensive, 40 bucks glued. They look pretty decent, but the real interesting part is I got one of these Ghoul RC deals. It's a 3660 60 amp ESC, a 3660 motor with 3800 kV and a 60 or 80 amp ESC. I'm going to try this out and see how the truck does on brushless. I also have some parts on order from Integy. I know that one of the common problems with this truck is the outdrives tend to break when there's any power, and they have a steel driveshaft, steel CV and driveshaft update or upgrade, so I put that on order. They also have a fair amount of aluminum parts for this, which was really surprising to me. I didn't think there would be a whole lot of aftermarket support for the truck, but Integy has it. It's expensive if you do everything they have. I think it takes this truck, not including the truck, it's like 490 bucks worth of parts. I'm gonna see what I can do about getting and trying most of them. But the ones for sure, I ordered the CVs and the axles back here. They're steel, and I have an order in for some gear changes. So I'll get that going. Get this installed and get those CVs in. Take a quick peek and see how that's gonna look. It's a little dark, but I like it. They kind of They have like a pretty good tread pattern on them. Pretty similar wheels. I mean, you don't really see the wheels that much anyway. Looks like there's decent siping in the lugs here. 12 millimeter. There's a couple better looking wheel / tire kits on Amazon and eBay. But one thing I learned when I was looking for these is you got to pay attention to them, because a lot of them don't come glued. And I guess it's not that big of a deal, but I don't really want to glue tires. It's nasty and time consuming, and I tend to screw it up usually. So I'll get these put on. We'll see how it looks. They do look a little bit smaller than the stock ones, but not by much. So I will probably cut the video and we'll come back to them installed. Alright, there we have it, guys. New tires installed. I think it looks pretty aggressive. I don't know if it's like a Proline model knockoff or anything, but it looks pretty good. They feel like they won't balloon hardly as much. They don't really balloon because it doesn't really have a lot of power, but they do have a tendency to kind of roll over their sidewalls. These are a lot softer. This feels like it's going to be pretty decent. Alright, so that's done. Let's take a look at this motor real quick. I haven't even really opened it, so we'll see what it comes with. Looks like some instructions. Little RS60, so it's a 60 amp bullet style. Let's take a look at this guy. Oh, it has a little integrated heatsink there with is that a fan mount? Yeah, it's got a little fan mount on it. It's pretty cool. What if there's a fan? No fan. Well, that's pretty sweet. I'm sure I got something lying around. Once I get those CVs in, those Integy CVs in, I'll take out this Traxxas motor. We'll get this one installed, and we'll do some speed comparisons. I have some footage of a speed run on this with the original wheels, using one of those GPS apps. I'll get one with these new wheels on it. Expect it to be a little slower since the outside diameter is a tad smaller than the original. That might affect the top speed, but we're only talking like the truck did 25 miles an hour with some wind behind it, so it's not blazing fast. But yeah, I'll get a speed test with these on it, and then we'll get the motor swapped over. I know since it's an integrated 3-in-1 ESC in there, I'll have to pick up a transmitter and a receiver, or at the very least a receiver for maybe one of these other ones has I can bind to it. But I'll get that going, and then we'll do an update part 2 video. I also got a new little dude in the stable. We got one of these guys. I'm trying to get my daughter into it a little more. and she's scared of the fast ones. They make a lot of noise, and she gets a little nervous. So we picked up one of these for her to play with and learn a little better on. Plus, I kind of like these. I really like these smaller ones for like playing around inside. And I have one of those small skate ramps I got for Christmas. I think this is a pretty decent truck for not just the money and size, but the quality in general. I know there's a lot of videos on YouTube for it already, just based on like the value for money and whatnot. But it has a lot of pretty interesting components. The adjustable shocks. There's already lights on it, which I guess is not a performance thing, but I think it's pretty cool. The adjustable shocks, the lights, Dean's connector, comes with two 2S LiPos. It's a really cool truck for 70-80 bucks. There's a whole mess of hop-up parts for it that I might look into getting. There's a brushless kit and some shock upgrades and steel drivetrain components. I know it'll never be super performance, but I'm kind of into the wrenching aspect of the hobby, so I'll probably see what I can get my hands on and make a couple videos of it. But so far, taking this out a couple times, it still has the protective cover on it, because I knew we would tear it up. But so far it's pretty good. I've got about 3 or 4 packs through it, and that comes with two 1000 milliamp hour 2S LiPos. They take about 25-30 minutes to charge on my Integy charger, and they run, I mean, I go fairly hard on them and they run for a good 30 minutes. So with conservative driving, you can run pretty much consistently. You just probably got to be careful of the thermals on the motor. Thank you for watching, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Also, it really goes a long way if you add a comment and a like. Thanks.